Hi everyone, welcome. This is going to be part 2 of this page. It's not actually like a full color along, but I'm doing this page a couple different ways. So this is a freebie that you have to go to Dinny Sidik's coloring group to get. But if you do get the freebie, feel welcome to let her know I sent you her way, grab the freebie and join us. I did a straight pink one, so from like a dark pink purple to bright pink last time, just to kind of show you the basics of how you can do it with any color. So this is what we ended up with, and then I just kind of filled in the rest. So you can see I used the same colors in her hair on the inside of the butterfly, added some complementary colors, not contrasting, complementary, so next to on the color wheel, and then just kind of filled in the rest. I am going to do a nice faded background, maybe like a light pink to orange or orange to pink, just to pull everything together. So there's that one. So this one I'm going to do a little different. I am going to do to me it looks like a galaxy, but it's actually just like a violet blue, dark blue, violet blue to bright pink. And I think that'll give us a really fun effect. Now this is helpful if you are going to change up the colors and do like a yellow to green, a blue to purple, a red, orange, yellow. It'll all work the same way, you just have to swap out your colors. So I'm going to pull you in a little closer and we will get started. Okay, so we'll start with this and see if I need to get a little closer. So the only thing I did, because I'm going to try to do the butterfly and the hair in one video here if I can, the only thing I did off camera was I came in with my indigo blue, and I will show you my colors in just a second, and put down my first layer and my violet blue, just to kind of speed things along. These two colors look very similar, so I wasn't worried about seeing the effect, but that's all I did all the way through, is those two colors. So here, real quick, if I have a nice blank piece of paper handy, we'll use the bill. I'm not going to pay it anyway. Okay, so these are the same colors I use for a galaxy. So black, of course, if you were doing a galaxy, indigo blue, which is where I started for the hair, but I want to show you this full effect. Violet blue, again, I am in Prismacolors. If you have other brands or want to see other brands, please let me know. I do not have a huge selection, but I do have Castle Arts and Artezas and the Koi Ainor pencils, so I can do something in those. They're just not often highly requested, so I try to stick with what I know people have. That was Mulberry after the violet blue. This is Process Red. Now these two are very similar, and it might be tempting to skip that Process Red after the Mulberry and before this Magenta, but you need just that little bit of purple in that Mulberry to pull this blue into this pink. Because if we try to go straight from this blue to Process Red, we don't get that same nice blend. It's a little more choppy. So we want to remember, when we're picking colors to blend, we don't just pick a light, medium, dark and blend them together. We really want shades that go together nicely, a nice gradient. Okay, now done lecturing, let's get to the fun stuff. Again, I forgot to sharpen somewhat. Okay, so you can see I did these right here. Let me pull them in a little closer, just so I wouldn't have so much to do on camera. So that's the effect we're going for. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to start pulling that Mulberry. Pardon the noise. Okay, same thing. Now this one, if you watch the pink one, this one I am doing a lot more layers and taking my time. So I might have to pause it and do some speed coloring, just to get through it a little faster, but I will show you the basics. So just putting in that Mulberry, and I'm coming out just a little bit further than the blue everywhere. Okay. Trying to remember to keep this shine consistent. We don't want way up here or way down here. We kind of want the same line all the way across, and you can see where I got a little wild with the blue, so it's a little chopped off right there, but we'll fix it when we get to the light. This is, okay, let me do one more and then I will pull the next color, and we'll just work a couple of them and then I'll do the rest off. Okay, so then process red, remembering we don't want to skip this color either. This is what brings our purple pink to our bright pink. So it's important when you're transitioning hair like this, like if you're going red, orange, yellow, that you stick to the order. You don't want to get lazy and start skipping because you're tired or it's tedious. Otherwise, the gradient feel of the hair doesn't come out the same. It's not as smooth. Okay, so again, just a light layer. I'm not blending just yet. I'm going to go back in with one more layer when I make sure I have everything where I want it. So that's what a rough first layer looks like. Not that impressive. But we're going to start back, and we're going to start with our violet blue, and we're going to darken. Now I do have a black and an indigo blue pulled, so I'm not going to go way deep into my shadows. I'm going to save that for last. So I'm going to go about right here, start blending into that purple color. The reason I do this is because at the end, after I put in my bright pink, I'm going to come in and have to darken these edges to get them to look like this up here. So I'm just going to skip the black and the indigo for now because they're going to get washed out anyway, and I'm going to put them back in. So I'm just going to stick with my main blend right now. Okay, mulberry. You can also add violet in here before the mulberry if you want a more purple, less bluey feel. I just kind of like this color combo. I'll try not to rock the camera too much here. It's a nice quiet night. There's like not a ton of cars outside. The only thing out there making a ton of noise right now is the crickets. And they have really kicked it up over the last couple days. I don't know if they know winter's coming or if it's baby season for crickets or what, but they are on it and they are loud. Okay, process red. And we are black bending just a little bit. We aren't going all the way into the blue, but we are trying to make sure we got that purple all mixed in. Remember, pulling it out a little further. Leaving that shine even. This one is pretty close as well. Okay, and then that magic magenta. You want to try not to touch your blue so it doesn't smear it and dim the brightness of the magenta. If you get a little bit of it, it won't hurt it. Alright, so we're going to do the same with this one. And it still looks a little off, but give it a minute. Get all your colors in and blended. And let me show you what this will do. So, this is going to be the indigo, which is kind of like our shadow color. It's going to blend our tops of our braids into the black shadows. Okay, so blending the tops of these all into where I'll be putting that black. Sorry, I had something under my paper that was acting weird. Okay, so then again, we're going to be careful blending this out. Making sure we've got everywhere. Oh, forgot this side. Sorry. Hands are thinking faster than my brain. Okay. And then this is where we're going to take in the black. Now black is a dark color, so we don't want it to look too put in, I guess. We want a nice blended out kind of feel. And we will blend this out some more so the harshness won't be there. So let me just kind of I need to clear this spot right here so I can get up in that edge. That's kind of why I was avoiding it, is because I didn't want to lose it in the black. And you can see I'm just going right over the black, just dulling it down a little bit. So it's still there. It's just a little more blended in with our hair. Alright, so they will look like that all the way down when we're done. The hair up here I'm going to do the same way. So next will come mulberry. This part you really have to eyeball how far you want to come out so that you have enough room for all your colors. If you have a hard time with that, you can always start with a light magenta stripe right down the middle of the highlight. And that'll kind of give you a base to build off of. Build backwards if you want. If I have a hard time eyeing something, that's usually how I do it. Oh, sorry, got an itch. Oh. Okay, and magenta, just like we did the braid. So color it in light, and then we'll come back and do all our colors again. So real quick, like, I am going to pause this, finish the hair, and then we will be back to do the butterfly. Alright, so here is where we are after the hair is all colored. I quickly did do one side of the butterfly in this Flare glitter gel pen, and it's black, almost out. But that's just so that could dry. I showed you a couple other things, and I maybe wouldn't smear it all over the place. So the neat thing about this girl is whatever hair color you choose, you can also choose a different skin tone if you want pink skin, green skin. I'm going to stick with a more natural tone so she will stand out in the background. I haven't decided on the flowers yet because I don't want to pull in too many colors. I want to stick with my theme. But I did want to show quickly if I can find my white pen here. This is just a white gel pen. And if you really want the cool design of like the stars, those aren't very straight lines, but you can add your own white dots, and they don't have to be in line. You can randomize them. I'll show you a couple random. We don't want huge ones because we don't want them to look like snowballs, but so if that is more your style, you can do that as well. If you don't like it, the white gel pen wipes off or colors off, either way. I might do those. I might add some more at the end. We'll see. See if this is dry. No, not yet. I don't know if that gel pen will dry. I am not a huge fan of gel pen. I do use them, but not very often. Very rare occurrence. So let's go ahead and do the background, or the we'll just go with this. I'm gonna pull my violet blue. This will be my darkest. I'm gonna go all around the edges. I haven't decided what color I want to do the outside yet, but I know I'm gonna put this in fairly stout. Sure, I'm on the camera here, slipping and sliding everywhere. Okay, and just like I'm doing her hair, I'm gonna pull mulberry, and everywhere I put that blue, I'm gonna put a little mulberry. Now here, I'm also gonna come down the middle of the wings, and I'm gonna try not to smear that gel pen a whole lot. I probably should have did the gel pen last, but I kind of wanted to show you the look I was going for. So silly me didn't. Okay, we're getting that nice blend going on there. Kind of want to keep the shape a little of the wing if we can. Okay. This is that processed red. And you'll see I left quite a bit of white space. And magenta. Okay, now same on this whole deal, if you want to add the white stars or not. Totally up to you. I will probably add some to mine. I'm just going to blend a little bit with this one. So I got a couple wild spots here. Okay, bottom here is your choice, but I'm just going to do an easy dark blue in the darkest shadows. One thing I should point out about this butterfly is whatever you do to this side, do to this side at the same time, so you don't forget or and not remember what you did and do it different. I guess if you're going for a symmetrical butterfly anyway. I'm real good about that. Like, I'll do this side and then I'll be like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow I'm like not 100% sure how I accomplish that. So that is gonna be our little butterfly girl. I'm just making that a little less linear. I don't want it to look perfect. So there is one side. Again, I haven't decided what I want to do with the outside yet. I also pulled silver. I don't think I want a silver outline. I might go ahead and actually just take a black marker. Let's see how this is gonna look. If I can find one of my decent black markers. Possibly. Let me double test. Oh, nope. That's gonna be a nope. Okay, let me grab a Sharpie. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to do the outside black trying to hurry but not mess it up. Tricky here. There. And if you want, you can always do this black first before you color in the inside so you get right up close to the edge. Like I said, I just wasn't sure what I wanted yet. But I think this is going to pull it together nicely. Alright. And don't forget this little piece right here. If you're doing it the same color anyway. Now this, I'm thinking is supposed to be a little more 3D because of how deep the shadows are. So I'm going to take my black pencil and I'm just going to blend that. See how neat that looks? How it like instantly makes that piece pop just a little bit more. Now of course we want to blend out the black because we don't want any harsh lines. I think, I thought I broke my pencil lid. That looks pretty good. So real quick, like I'm just fixing these borders. Now that I got my marker in. Okay. Again, just blending a little, so we don't have harsh lines again. Okay, and then the fun part. You can do this with paint. The toothbrush effect works well with this, but you're going to want to put paper over the spots you don't want paint on. For this little segment, this works pretty well. I don't want any random pattern, and I want a bunch of them. Now you can make a couple bigger. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to start getting weird shapes. You want to make sure they stay circles, that you're dotting, not dashing. Just like that. Now this is going to be the fun part, and you don't have to do this. I'm not even sure if it's going to turn out, but I'm going to take this silver pen here. This is just like one more cute little color to play with. I don't know why I thought silver, but it's what popped to me, so here we are. This pen does not like to dot as well as my gel pen, my white gel pen. And I will just do that all the way around. So that is going to be my butterfly. I will probably color in the center silver so it matches. And I think that will be a nice touch. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side of the butterfly. And then let's quickly toss down some skin. This is going to be peach in Prismacolor. I'm thinking I want to go a little pinkier with the hair, so I'm going to pull up. Let me pause this. Okay, that was way better than you have to listen to me find all my colors. Oh, and I have purple everywhere, which isn't going to matter because I am going to pastel this background. But this is Nectar in Prismacolor. This is my dark. So I am hitting all these shadows. Okay, following the hair. in between the hair, along the clothes here. Now this is her shoulder blade, and it is lightly shaded here by the artist. So I'm going to lightly follow that curved shadow right there. And that way it just don't show up great. It has some color underneath all the other ones I'm going to put on. Okay, so making sure we left a smooth edge to blend everywhere. I did not. That comes over just a little more. And these blend out so smooth, I'm not really worried about it. As you can tell, I just want to put the color down so it'll be where I want it. And I got a blue streak right here I need to try to get rid of. Okay. Next we're going in with peach. Just straight up good old peach. I was going to do like a crazy skin color, like an alien girl, but I really want the focus to be on her hair. I feel like I have a lot going already, color-wise, so I kind of want to keep the skin just a little more toned down so that all the attention goes to the hair and the butterfly. Our cosmic girl here. Okay, again, leaving that nice fuzzy edge everywhere. That's kind of what I do after I put it down where I want it, is I'll lightly go back over it, make sure it's got a fuzzy edge everywhere. Okay, and then light peach, and I know my skin tone pencils are getting so small. Sorry about that. I hope it's still okay to see. And I forgot a spot. Okay, nectar. I did not realize till just now that this was her arm. So nectar, easy fix though. Peach, that gives that a nice shadow look. Blend it out a little with all these colors, and she is good to go. Now if you have any harsh lines, blend them out. Blend, blend, blend it out. Okay, there's that side. I should give her a space tattoo. I'm not really pushing all that hard with this pencil, but it is super tiny, so it is a little harder to hold on to and not kind of press hard. Just because it is so tiny. That is like a bruise. We're gonna have to fix that. That looks a little bit like she got beat up. Okay, so I am going to take this and I'm going to erase a little bit of this out. I do not want her to look like she got beat up, which is kind of the theme I had going on there. Super light, and I'm going to stop it right there. Then we're going to pull this color in. Alright, that's a little better, not a whole lot. Okay, coming back in with peach. Again, I'm just blending out those spots that look a little rough. Make sure I get right up in that hair. Fixing up this arm here. There we go. Now she's looking a little smoother. Hopefully it was on camera. I was kind of had to pull it closer to me to see what I was doing there, trying to fix things. Okay. There is that. And I think quickly we will pull pastels, and I will do one side of those. Hopefully this will upload being a longer video. Okay, we have to hurry. These are Mungyo Pastel 64 count. These are my favorite. They are cheap and effective, and that's all I need. This is my homemade X-Acto knife, courtesy of my child. So I always try to use it because he feels so special when he sees I use his little knife he made here. Okay, so she's going to have a pink glow around her because pink is our brightest color. Up to you how far out you want to go. Also up to you if you want to put it down and blend it out and then put down your next color, or if you want to do it all at once. I'm going to use a cotton ball. You do have to push a little hard though, or it will stick mostly to your cotton ball. Alright, especially when we're putting down our first layer. I always do a couple layers of chalk, and that really helps brighten it up as well. Okay, so we got our kind of pink in there. Now we're going to go this one. And you can just test these out on a piece of paper. You don't have to be exact. It's pastel. They look pretty no matter what. I've never seen a bad pastel blend. So if you want the right colors, you can test them out on a piece of paper. Okay. Next one is purple purple. Sorry, things sliding everywhere. Now notice here what I'm doing is I am blending all this purple first. Blending it outwards. Then we come back and kind of go all the way in. Works nice blend that way. Okay, so now we're going to go over the whole thing here. Okay, next is blue. I'm going to pick this nice pretty blue, and I am going to go a little heavy on the blue. It's going to be my end color. I don't think I'm going to frame her in black, so a little heavy on the blue. Again, blend outwards first. Okay, and then we can just kind of work it in here and there. I've left my colors out. I did not put them back in, so if I need a little more, like if I want some more purple, we can mix that in as well. So there is our somewhat completed piece. Like I said, questions, comments, leave them down below. I am looking for some more pages I can do in September. So I have an eye out. I haven't picked any yet, but so if there's anything specific you would like to see, now is your time to chime in and let me know. I am also going to do the paint splatter effect on this one, so I'm going to take a toothbrush and fling some paint on the background. But other than that, I have shown you everything on this page. Thank you for hanging in there with me.